Hi everyone, myself Vishnu Menon, Senior Product Manager at Syncfusion. Today I'm going to talk about how you can build AI-driven user interfaces in .NET MAUI application. Not just faster but more consistent and intelligent way using design system. So before I jump into the session, I want to talk about the agenda for today's session, which is problems in UI building and why AI struggles with UI building, and the golden standards of design system, the AI skills, and AI driven UI workflow. And then we'll be concluding the session with the demo. For now, let's jump into the IDE. So now I'm going to showcase you a sample in which I'm just going to prompt AI to come up with a very basic mobile application, and let's see how it goes. Create a simple employee dashboard mobile application using .NET MAUI. So here you can see that the sample, the employee dashboard is here, and you can see that it is having different set of controls. It is pretty colorful, having functionality wise it is working fine. But when you start taking a look closer, you will be seeing that there is some issues with the color of the view dashboard button, color issues in the card like controls here, the icons in the collection view seems to be misaligned. So things like this, small issues occur, which is something developers need to manually rework. So that's the issue here. AI can generate user interfaces very quickly, but those UIs are not polished, not production ready. So why does this happen? That's the next question. Because AI does not have the design context or design system of your application. Your application, for example, might have spacing rules, component patterns, and design standards. Also, sometimes AI will have limited knowledge of UI controls. It mix and matches the controls. It mix and matches the APIs, which will cause problems. So due to all of this, based on the prompt, what AI will do is that it will produce something more of a guess-based implementation. So that's the core issue here. AI is powerful, but without the right inputs and constraint, it can only guess, not design with intention. So you'd be thinking, what's the solution here? So basically, at a higher level, two key ideas are the solution, which is the design system, and next one is the skills. So when we talk about design system is a system that keeps your UI consistent throughout your application. It includes colors, typography, spacing, reusable components, layout patterns, and guidelines. So okay, let me showcase you an example of what a design system is. If you have worked in .NET MAUI application development, if you create a simple project, inside the resource folder, inside the styles folder, there is something called styles.xaml. It contains all of the styles for different controls. That's a basic use case or basic explanation of design system. For example, if you take button control and there is font family mentioned here and open sans regular, what it does is that wherever you use button in .NET MAUI, different platforms, if you use button, it will still use the font family of open sans regular. Based on different platforms and different controls, it will make sure that your UI looks standard. So that's the meaning of design system. Something like colors.xaml also have the same use case, like primary color. You can define to have a primary color that is similar across all of your different platforms. So this also helps us to reduce hard coding of repeated hard coding of values. You can reuse it. Along with that, you can also, it eliminates also repeated UI decisions. For example, if you have an enterprise application and you have a proper design system, if you have need to add a new feature, if you go to your UI and UX team, they will be coming up with a UI and UX that matches your design system. If not, what happens? There will be a lot of repeated UI decisions. So what it does is that it enables you more faster development. Let's talk about next important piece here, which is skills. So what is a skill? A skill is a way to guide the AI to perform a task using structured instructions and rules. So here we are talking about design system skills, but skills can be used for other use cases also. So I will showcase you a skill file for now. Let me open it. So if you can see, this is a simple project in which I have added a skill inside .agent/skills Syncfusion MAUI button. This is a skill that is basically for Syncfusion MAUI button control. So this is the skills.md file. You can see what's the implementation or use case here and when to use the skill. So your agent can read this file and get to know how things works, and it can go through the getting started when you are adding the control, or if it faces something like a troubleshooting, it can go through here and it comes to this skill.md file. It can read it, and there is references. You can see that there is troubleshooting.md file. It can go to that file there. So in short, I want to say here is that skills do not render UI, they constrain the decisions. So in simple terms, a skill defines how the AI should behave. A design system defines what good UI looks like, and design system skills guide the AI to follow it. So next, what is it? What skills do? So as you can see, without skills and with skill, what's the difference here? When you prompt, if there is no skill, AI will be coming up or guessing more of what to be generated and coming up with a guess based UI. And with skills, it will have some design tokens, layered rules, and will be getting a more understanding and coming up with more of a consistent UI. So let's jump into the demo session. Yeah, this is the sample which we are going to work here. So before we start doing anything here, I want to show, for this demo purpose, I am using Syncfusion's MAUI control. For those controls in skills.sh/Syncfusion/MAUI UI component skills, you can find that there are few skills that has been added for MAUI controls. So for example, if you want Syncfusion MAUI button, which I have showcased earlier, you can copy this code and run it in your terminal. So let me copy this line code here, open the terminal, let me paste it. If you press something like /y, it will copy paste all of the skills file in this folder. Yeah, so there is .agent/skills. So all of the skills have been added, a lot of controls for the demo purpose. So now let me copy one additional skills. Let me reveal in the finder and paste it here. So now you can see there is another set of skill which is design-system, which I have added for this demo purpose. So when I will be copy pasting the prompt here, and the AI will be going through this design system and to get and understand what sort of design system I want to follow for this demo purpose. So let me open the prompt here and let me just copy it for you and let it run here. And let AI do its work. So seems like AI has completed developing the employee dashboard, which I have asked it to develop using skills. So let's see what has AI done here. It has created employee models, it has created design tokens as it has been mentioned in the skill for design system skill, and it has created employee dashboard page, panel page. Yeah, so let's try to run and see what AI has created for us. Okay, so by using skills and Syncfusion controls, things look very good. The design system seems to be followed up, and everything looks consistent. So that's all for the demo. So I would like to conclude here by saying that we are not asking AI to design UI. We are teaching it how it design UI. Based on that, it should design the AI for us, UI for us. So this QR contains the GitHub link for the demo sample, and thank you all for joining with me, Happy coding with AI.